Welcome y'all to Black of the Berry. My name is Dean. That's the Madman Los. We are joined by a special guest. You definitely saw her on the Black of the Berry Midnight episode, Making Rosie Proud, which is available on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, TuneIn, and Apple Music. Catch that after this episode.
Yes, sir.
But Miss V has come back to Black of the Berry to grace us with her presence.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Well, thank you for coming in now. We appreciate you stopping on in now. So, what we're gonna, we're not even gonna tell you guys what we're gonna talk about.
Pull the gloves off.
This is gonna be a slobber knock episode, as my boy, the good old Jim Ross, would say.
Yes.
We're gonna come right into it. Let's talk about this whole boycott of Gucci and Prada. So basically, what happened was
Gucci. A goddamn shame.
We'll get into that discussion. Gucci released a sweater that is basically a depiction of a old school Sambo from back in the the 50s and the 40s and the 30s and the 20s and the 60s, even the 70s and the 80s, because we did just have a governor who was doing blackface in the 80s. But we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about what Gucci did. Now, Alessandro Michele, he was the creative director for Gucci. He released an internal memo basically stating this. This was only for Lee Bowery. Right. That was it. And basically, things out of hand. Lee Bowery is going to be eccentric, out there, challenges he challenges the norms within the fashion industry. This is supposed to be a tribute to him. Supposed to be. Right. But what was released was a whole bunch of fuckery.
You went too far off the edge.
You went too far, Biggs.
Yeah, you went too far.
And it looks like it's racist as shit. And it costs $895.
And here's my thing too.
What?
And let's,
$895.
And let's get at the actual design of it, because normally turtlenecks go up here, right? Why is the turtleneck covering your mouth? Like why?
With the little you have to mention that you have the pink lipstick, not the pink, the red lipstick right there to emphasize the old school Sambo art that they were basically making fun of us with. So I think this is pretty interesting that Gucci would release it, but it's really interesting that Gucci would release it. This is something that I feel as if
here's my thing.
Those Europeans do.
Wow. So
no offense to the European behind the camera. He's cool people. We ain't talking about him. He different.
He's Italiano.
Different.
So my thing is that okay, so we're boycotting them, right? Because obviously
Prada as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's Gucci and Prada. Yeah. Because Prada came out with basically the sweater version and a goddamn keychain.
Yeah. So here's my thing is now, it's a total boycott. So does that mean we can't say the word Gucci anymore? Like we can't be like, oh, it's Gucci. I'm Gucci. We gotta scrap it completely, huh?
Does Gucci Man change his name?
No, because I don't think that it was a very association with the Gucci. It wasn't like he was Gucci Man, like dressed from head to toe in Gucci, and he was like, all right, like Superman is associated with the S. You know what I'm saying? Gucci's not really associated with the Gucci like how his name is. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to
spell it correct the same way.
I feel like that Gucci using it as a word means like something is good, right?
Right. But now we gotta boycott the whole shit entirely. We gotta scrap that shit.
Are they associated like that though? Like you?
Can you come to the mic for us, Mama?
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
Like, are they associated like that? If I say you Gucci or something like that,
I'm gonna assume that it's something racist. Are you
always gonna refer to?
I'm assuming it's racist because we're supposed to be boycotting.
My thing is
I think we should focus on like the boycott.
All right. Yeah. I just wanted to bring that up because we gotta go 360. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we see Floyd Mayweather, because we gotta talk about Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Floyd thinks that, and Floyd kind of reminded me of when the whole thing when Lil Wayne said that he doesn't experience racism, which I found to be fucking crazy, for lack of a better words. Mm-hmm. But Floyd just is not going to go with the boycott. Yeah. Money May said he makes too much money to not wear Gucci. Right. Personally, I've been boycotting Gucci and Prada since I was born because...
Well, we also have to bring up Kodak Black as well.
What did Kodak say?
What is that? I want to take you back to, what does that mean though? I make too much money to not wear Gucci.
I have no idea. I think honestly it's
like he's saying he has to wear Gucci because he's
not even that, but I think that he's already,
it's a status symbol.
Yeah, it's a quo already for him. These celebrities they kind of define themselves by these high-end designers. You know what I'm saying? So,
God forbid you call them an Under Armour. Right. How's gonna break?
And we mentioned this before in Black of the Berry last season, how we talk about that we're slaves to these brands and these and we have to keep up with the Joneses in terms of the designer, and we can't. Gucci shouldn't define you. You should define what clothes you wear. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Money May makes too much money. He's with it. T.I. makes a diss about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people, I'm jumping all over here, but we're going to get back to the main, which is the protest. But T.I. comes out with a song dissing Floyd, right? Now, some people say, it's because, T.I. is a very woke person and very aware and whatever. But, not to mention, remember before, there was a little bit of a rumor going around saying...
It wasn't no rumor. Floyd Mayweather was boning the fuck out of Tiny. Giving her the fucking dick. That's what it was. Let's cut the goddamn
She
bullshit.
went 12 rounds with the champ.
Oh, she went 12. Actually, she may have went 15. She went the distance. She went the extra. She went all the goddamn way. And T.I. feels some kind of way. Yeah. Don't be mad, my mans. Get glad, baby. You be alright.
He's the king of the South. It's the king, homie.
She better grab another broad because she was with Floyd.
Damn.
Now, listen. Now, here's the thing. With, okay, so... We're gonna go right into this Floyd stuff right now. Right?
Well, do you want to go back to the actual basis of the protest, or you want to jump into Floyd? We know what the protest is about, really, at this point.
I want to talk about the protest. Okay. One reason, because here's the thing with the protest, right? And I guess here's my issue. How long are we gonna do this boycott for?
Well, I've been doing it all my life, so.
But is this just a shiny new toy for us? I mean, like the black community.
Here's my thing.
I'm confused.
How long did the boycott last for H&M when they said the Coolest Monkey in the Jungle campaign?
Nobody even said that was closed. So technically, that should still be going on. And I've been seeing a whole bunch of brothers and sisters going to H&M. Listen, I saw y'all on fucking Christmas. I saw what you got. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is my issue with black people.
What is it?
We're gonna call a boycott today.
And we don't hold ourselves accountable to in this thing.
We don't, and we're not going to give a damn in 2 weeks. Here's the thing. So this is nothing but a shiny new toy, I think, this whole boycott. We will boycott Gucci, right? Yet, we're the same individuals going to let Future go ahead and talk about Molly Percocets. And nobody called about him being boycotted at all. His Molly and Percocets are going, all right, he's talking about them directly to the youth, going directly to our community. Matter of fact, I have a question. In college, how many people do we know that did Molly and Percocets because they heard this motherfucker talk about it? It's like, okay, it must be good. And then he has the nerve!
All right, see.
2 years later to say he doesn't even do the drugs. That's so why don't we boycott him? It's a reach?
That's a little bit of reach. Right?
How?
Just because
they're both derogatory.
No, but here's what we're talking about right now. It's because, all right, first of all, it's music. Yes, music is used to, dumb us down and distract us. I get that. Cool. But that wasn't, it's offensive morally, but not in terms of, racist. We're thinking about something racist. Yes, and drugs is definitely, it hurts, all races, yes.
Who are you talking to? I'm not talking about, you know what, it's something else too. I'm sorry y'all black and the berries may piss off some people. I ain't talking about nobody white, Spanish, Asian, or none of that shit. Right now, I'm talking about black America with that shit.
Okay.
No offense, y'all. But this is just, we just got to have a real conversation with black America real fast.
But I just think that, to me, it's like, okay, yes, he's talking about drugs, and it is very offensive. Yes, and it, it should be, definitely abolished. But when we're talking about, Gucci's a way bigger entity than Future will ever be. Let's just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So the amount of influence and pull that Gucci has will be greater than Future. So it's like, we gotta limit this, right now, because they'll do way more damage than Future will ever do.
The devil's a lie. You want to know why?
Why?
Future's talking directly to the youth.
Okay.
Like, that's our future.
All right.
Those are the ones who will be passing laws. Those are the ones who will be operating on us. Them are the ones that are going to be in charge.
So what about this? Well, Gucci.
So we're killing their brain cells early on.
So Gucci is coming out with racist campaigns that are people who you look up to.
Fuck them.
Are people who look up.
I don't look up to shit about Gucci.
All right. Well, I'm saying our celebrities wear Gucci, right? Okay. So then we look up to the celebrities.
Okay.
So which then still affects the youth anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because now these kids, and like you said, we define ourselves by what brand we're wearing. Mm-hmm. So we try to aim for Gucci, and they're, they're wearing these racist shit. So that's already another thing, drugs is always going to be a problem.
Well, no, here's the thing.
We know that.
I think comparing those two things is hard because
it's kind of abstract.
Future's music, or even if you're talking about any other rapper who mentions drugs and the point that Floyd Mayweather was making is that like, oh, you're protesting Gucci, but what about all these people that are talking about sex and drugs but that's something that you can expect from somebody like Future. You know what I mean?
Should that make it okay?
No, it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay that he's talking about
the norm
drugs
already.
And stuff like that. But that's something that you can expect from him. Not to let your kids listen to that music because he's promoting different things. That's like saying like my kid's going out and killing people because he played Grand Theft Auto or like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
So I understand. We don't.
It's like I didn't expect Gucci to make a racist ass like turtleneck hoodie with my.
So we expect our own rappers to speak about things that.
I just think it's a hard comparison when you're saying like you should boycott Future. I understand, and yes, I get it because you have people like who was it, T.I. that made the song? These
raising awareness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's hard to make that comparison. There's a little bit of relationship. It's very indirect, but I don't think that.
That's the only reason why Future's being attacked right in this moment is because you're comparing what he puts out versus why.
And not all his songs are drug related.
No, but I'm just talking about Molly Purpose.
Okay, cool.
And that was like on the Billboards, like top 100, like top 20.
That's fine. You know why? Because Gucci is still out here putting out racist ass fucking clothing and campaigns, and you know what it is? It starts with our celebrities. These celebrities gotta stop. They're the one that gotta start with the boycott because. Who really buys this stuff? I'm sorry. Us regular folks don't really wear Gucci. I've never worn Gucci a day in my life.
You'd be surprised about, you know what it is? There's a lot of people who we went to high school with. How many fake Gucci shoes, fake Gucci sweaters did you see in high school?
Yeah.
Couple.
Think about that. So think about them same individuals now who now are working either a 9 to 5 or doing something, whatever the case may be, got a little bit of change. Yeah. They're going to spend their money on Gucci.
Right.
But we put our money into this, they put their money into that.
I hope they don't put it in Gucci now.
I'm just saying, hopefully, I don't know. Actually, you know something funny? So, I was at the bus station coming down here, right? Coming from upstate.
Right.
I'm in there, I was online, just about to get me, like, literally some hash browns, some sausage, and some bacon. Just wanted to get something to eat the whole meal.
Okay.
Oh boy, who's a bus driver, comes on in. The lady behind the counter is like, oh, you ain't hear about the, she goes, oh, you didn't hear about the boycott, huh? She goes, you're the first person I thought of. You wear Gucci everything. And my man came in there, dappered out with Gucci. He had a Gucci sweater. He had on Gucci. He's driving a bus in Gucci shoes. My man, my man was tapped. And then he straight said, he goes, oh, I'm supposed to boycott that? Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what? You actually just brought an excellent point on that. And here's my thing. You said Dapper, which brings me up to Dapper Dan. People who don't know about Dapper Dan is a historic designer in Harlem, you know, for the last couple decades, 30 years, designing custom suits for things, for people and stuff like that. So Dapper Dan is very, very, very important and definitely, you know, he's an icon. So Gucci, you know, a couple months back, decides to, you know, make sure that he's the first black designer that they've hired. So now he's working under Gucci, and that's why you see a lot of these people, you know, the last couple of award shows and like all these, you know, you see these new suits and all this stuff because this is Dapper Dan inspired Gucci stuff.
Absolutely.
So my thing is that now you're putting a lot of pressure on Dapper Dan because it's like, okay, he's a black man that maybe worked or still works for Gucci, but then you come out with this campaign which kind of is not sitting well with his ordeals. So now it's like he's kind of caught in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can still make clothes without them, obviously, because he did it before. But it's like, okay, now you aligned yourself with one of the biggest brands. But then as soon as you started coming out with those brands, you started making it looked a little bit like the barriers are breaking down in terms of black designers.
Sure.
And this shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
So for him, he has two choices. He can say, fuck this brand, I don't want to work with you guys, and leave. Done, cut it off, like, and just try to make your money somewhere else.
Right.
Because he already was.
Right.
Or he can make sure that Gucci is actually following up on the promises that they made and the apologies that they made and making sure that A, B, and C is getting done so that this doesn't happen
Which
again.
He has
and
been
like,
doing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, then I'm out.
Yeah. He's been trying to get it.
Like, he has to make that choice.
First of all, the number one thing is that let's take a step back from the protest, right? Because what the protest is actually spawning is that the boycott from these high-end designers and fashion labels, and the more support of our black-owned business and our black-owned clothing line. From right now, I'm wearing LOM, Loyalty Over Money. Shout out Hollow Don. He's actually battle rapper in the midst of you know, great battle today. So RBE, shout that out. But so we gotta start supporting our own kind of black, you know, clothing lines. So any local, you know, or indie black clothing line that want to, you know, get their t-shirts on here, Black and the Berry would love to, you know, be sponsored by y'all. So hit us up.
Actually,
what's up?
Speaking of that, because I was actually looking up, an ad right now.
Okay.
Like I had actually 22 black designers.
Nice.
Luxury designers.
Okay.
But for right now, my phone's acting up. But if we are speaking about black designers.
Yeah.
I have a cousin of mine.
Okay.
Kramer Deans. All right. He's on Facebook as KRAYMITH. He's actually a designer as well, and he does a lot of things within his community as well. So that is somebody that we can check out when it comes to black designer and, you know, black clothing. But it goes back to my issue. So what I was thinking of when you said Dapper Dan has two options. He either gotta pack up his lunch and go to make some money elsewhere, or he stays and fights in within Gucci. Here's the thing. So Black America, we have $1.2 trillion spending power, right? That is all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. It's all over the place.
Not so with our community either.
So it stays within our community. Listen, our dollar stays within our community for 6 hours. So here's my thing. What are we boycotting? What are we boycotting? Because we're all over the place. We can't even agree. We don't even have that power. This isn't like back in the Montgomery boycott. I mean, the Montgomery bus boycott, when like it was legit. Like, oh shit, we all wasn't gonna do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We don't even have a black alternative. Listen, have y'all seen that Killer Mike show?
Yeah, I love Killer Mike. That's my guy.
You saw the one on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So the first episode, Killer Mike in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the hot spot for the black middle class.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to eat black. I'm going to do nothing but consume black. Everything is black. The food, the clothing, the transportation, everything I do.
Grocery stores.
Even his weed he had to get from Jamaica, somewhere black. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He damn near died. He damn near died. He had to use a bike to get around.
Wow.
He had to go find the one black grocery store. Shout out to the Nation of Islam brothers for putting that up down there in Georgia. Shout out to them brothers.
Welcome salam.
Had to go find out to there, right? After that, he went to a black-owned restaurant. Here's where it gets real fucked up.
What happened?
Couldn't eat there. You wanna know why?
High cholesterol.
No, they get the food from a white farm.
Mm.
So what are we boycotting, and what power do we have? We got $1.2 trillion to spend, and we ain't got nothing to show for it.
Well, that's
we can't even agree on the boycott.
Well, that's the argument. Is that it is we don't have enough totally black entities and institutions. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that something that Dapper Dan mentioned in his like post, or you sent me a post that he was talking about how black people don't have the access to help themselves build these businesses and things like that, and how that's something else, but we have to work on it. Do you think?
And here's the thing.
Can I go to a bank right now and get a small business loan?
Could you?
I probably could.
Yeah, you probably could.
But what are the likeliness? You know, if I was someone different, then
here's the thing. How is it? Because here's something that we never failed to realize, which is something else Killer Mike on his Netflix show talked to us about, right?
Okay.
Do you know the banks that are giving these Asians, these Arabian, these Indians, anybody not from America, do you know where they're getting their business loan from?
Overseas.
No, black-owned banks.
Really?
Black-owned banks are giving these brothers and sisters their loans.
Mm.
If they can get their loans, why can't we get our loans?
That's a good question.
I'm confused. And another thing too is, what the hell happened to Rockaway?
That's a good question.
Why isn't Sean John bigger? Why is FUBU no longer existent?
I don't know if it's no longer existent. They got some shit still on.
I wish I could buy some. If I could buy a FUBU sweater right now, I would. I swear to you, I would.
Yeah, no.
I would be all over the place.
No, yeah, you're right.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
We have the power. Like we've brought these things to the table, and then we just fucking ship them out. You know something else? And this is why I think this boycott is gonna fail. And I think it's a bunch of bullshit. We just want attention. Here's the thing. I don't even think black people want anything fucking all black. We say we do, but I don't think we do. You wanna know why? Why the hell are we yelling about the Grammys when we got the BET Awards?
Because it's, you know why?
listen to me. Why the hell do we need and we crave so much of mainstream attention?
That's why.
Going and for some reason, even that
it don't matter unless it's number one spot. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Number one spot for who? When I'm saying mainstream, I mean motherfuckers who look like Ryan.
Okay.
That's what mainstream means. White folk, right?
Universally.
Why would we? But if we have a $1.2 trillion spending power, which could get bigger if we invest within ourselves, why do we care? Why do we need gratification from the Grammys when we can go to the BET Awards? Our biggest stars will not show up. When the last time you saw Jay-Z or Beyonce at the BET Awards? If they were there within the first 5 years, but I haven't seen them lately.
Why wouldn't we want to be recognized with the mainstream?
Why do we need to be?
But I don't know. I just feel like it comes back to the treat others how you want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
How come we're not in the same place? This whole thing fighting for equality and equity over and over and over again. Like, we have our, the BET Awards, yes. Like, you're saying, why do we need the Grammys when we have BET? But it's a different platform. You know what I mean? BET Awards is looking at just BET and what BET stands for and what their, focal point is, versus the Grammys is everybody. So why can't I also be recognized? It's supposed to be. It is supposed to be. Yes. So why can't I be recognized where everybody is supposed to be recognized?
I have a question for you. Right? So we have the BET, and then we have the Grammys.
The BET Awards is not just music, is it? It's like everything.
They do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
Or matter of fact, let's you know what? Let's go at it from this angle. Why is it acceptable for us to beg and cry to get this mainstream attention? Because listen, we saw what happened to the Grammys this year. A lot of the end Oscars, a lot of us went really well. You had a lot of black talent.
Yeah.
But the year before, they were crying and yelling that they weren't getting any representation.
Couple years before, Oscar's So White. That was
Oscar's So White.
Yeah.
So in that moment,
right?
Why aren't we just like fuck it? Because guess what? American culture is hip hop culture. They want to beat us so bad, but they don't want to beat us. So why are we disrespecting ourselves and meeting them at their level when they want to beat us anyway? Fuck you. Come to me.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's the acceptance. You know what I'm saying? It's the gratification, like you were saying.
But I guess that's my whole problem with this. And I'll say it's from celebrities to our personal lives to the Masons when it comes to Prince Hall and State Brothers. Yeah, I'm calling you motherfuckers out too. Here's the issue. We crave their gratification for some reason, and we don't need it. No. What does it matter? Listen, Prince Hall brothers and sisters. Here's my question. You got State Brothers and you got us, right? But then we got brothers who, they may have came from, the Louisiana districts or other districts or whatever the case may be, because they couldn't come to the craft for whatever the case, and they're on that side. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're gonna shit on them because they don't follow England when this shit came from Africa anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are we going backwards? Fuck that! Why
you know what I
mean? And I'm not coming but this shit just baffles me. And then everybody's mad at Floyd and Kodak, and it's like, you know what? I understand where they're coming from, because in the same vein, he's gonna buy Gucci the same way some of us are gonna say nigga. And what I mean by that is, there was at one point, hear me out. There was at one point in time where a white man would say, yo nigger, yo boy. And then in that same time, we would say, yo, what up, my nigga? Used as a term of endearment. You see what I'm saying? We switched it, we flipped it, and now we love it. A quote, certain of us. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So I don't think that you can do that.
Well, shit, if he wants to go buy Gucci, what happens if Floyd Mayweather decides that he's going to buy $2 million worth of Gucci and go give it to homeless brothers and sisters?
By that means that
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now he's using that same,
but that's not the
thing that was derogatory. It was derogatory.
But that's not the case, though.
How?
If he did that, then that would be as the same term.
It's good on him, but he's still supporting Gucci. The same way that we're saying nigga, the same way that they would used to be saying, hey nigger, and like, I'm about to lynch your bitch ass.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And it is actually, it's a cultural relationship. It is, because it's like, I see what you're getting at. I definitely do see what you're getting at, because it's like, okay, yes, we use it as a term of endearment. We've overturned the negative to make it a positive, but it's like, I guess the only way we could do it with Gucci is if we gave it to homeless. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, how would we overturn that negative?
Fuck Gucci. Like, fuck Gucci. We shouldn't not be buying from them at all.
Right.
Like, and don't get me wrong, people. This isn't me trying to defend Gucci. What I'm trying to get at is our actual thought process when it comes to us attacking these things.
Right.
We're just all like, oh, we're gonna boycott, we're gonna do that. But like you said, and when you said that, I was like, God damn it, he's right. When did we stop boycotting H&M? Because I know some of y'all went there and got y'all girls some stuff for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like. When did we stop boycotting them?
Yeah. And the thing is, you know what it is? It's hard. I think it would be harder to boycott H&M than it is Gucci because H&M is more affordable.
Yes.
Gucci is for the stars, and what it is, if the stars and the celebrities don't boycott Gucci, then we won't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a trickle down effect. For us, you know, the stars are not really wearing H&M for the most part, so it's up to us to boycott that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to hold each other accountable. If you're gonna boycott Gucci, why not boycott Prada and H&M? You know what I'm saying? So it's like 100%. You know, but then this also comes into support your own, you know, black clothing lines. You know, which if then we wouldn't have this problem. You know, but I think that was a great opening segment, man.
Yeah, no, that was great.
I saw a little vein up here. You guys.
I'm sorry, cause I just was like, yo, this is just.
It's baffling. No, I totally agree.
It's just, that's it. It's just the thought process. Like, listen, I think we should boycott Gucci. Fuck yeah. But then,
if we're gonna do Gucci, then you gotta go all the way around. You gotta do Prada. You gotta do H&M.
We gotta boycott Adidas.
Why not? Why not go all the way around?
I'm with it.
Your guns.
Yeah, do you see what they did?
We have so much power. We have so much power, and we let the government, we let brands like Gucci and H&M have power over us because they give us status.
Go ahead, Rev.
If I decided to boycott H&M, and if I had the money to boycott Gucci and not buy their shit anymore, then I'm going to do it and I'm going to stick to it. If I do it and I stick to it for the whole rest of my life, and you do it and you stick to it, and you do it and you stick to it, and you do it, and everybody in this building, like, they're going to see an effect. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if we all got together and really, like, took the power into our hands, we can do so much. So much. But they're talking about doing a 3-month Gucci boycott, which I that's fine as well, because 3 months is going to fuck up their sales a lot if all these celebrities decided to boycott Gucci. Yeah. But it's just like, oh, we're going to boycott for right now. It's like you said, the new toy, right? I'm going to boycott this thing for right now. But if that's something, like, if a brand doesn't have ideals that you stick to, then done, out, bye. You know, there's so many other alternatives that I could pick up. And no, they don't have status things, but they're giving me the same thing. They're giving me clothes, they're giving me food, whatever I need or I want.
Fuck the status, because it's like, okay, yeah.
We're so obsessed with it.
Excuse me, I have to pull a Charlotte, man. I just got to go out real fast.
No, absolutely.
I'm gonna let y'all go. My bad. Excuse me.
Está bien.
Sorry, people. No, but like, fuck the status. While Dean comes back, fuck the status. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
fuck status, no justice, no peace.
Because if we decided that Gucci didn't have status, they're not gonna have status. They're not gonna have money to be able to sell their shit for so expensive.
Fuck the status in terms of if I wear Gucci, I'm this, I'm that. Clothes define you, man. Let that be that. You know what I'm saying?
You wear the clothes.
Exactly.
Don't let the clothes wear you.
Exactly. And that's a beautiful way to block it off, and it's black and berries. And fuck Gucci. All right? Peace.
Gotcha, bitch.